Welcome students. Today we will begin a new lesson of English literature, that is the Thrifty Tailor. What does thrifty mean? It means not wasteful. How can a tailor be thrifty? What would you expect from a story with such a title? Just imagine, if you were a tailor, would you reuse the scraps or throw them away? Why would you do that? This is a folk tale which tells us about a tailor who was very poor and did not have enough money to make himself a long warm coat to protect from winter. So he started saving money bit by bit and managed to buy a piece of cloth to make a long warm coat for himself. In a little village, there lived a tailor who was so poor that he did not have enough warm clothes for the winter. He worked hard, making all kinds of clothes for all kinds of people. But he never had enough money to buy the cloth he needed to make a coat for himself. So, bit by bit he saved and saved, till at last he had enough money to buy cloth for a long warm coat. He cut the cloth carefully so as not to waste any of it, and he made a coat. The story is about a poor tailor who lived in a village and did not have enough money and clothes to keep himself warm during winter. So he decided to save money, and he saved. So at last he would be able to buy a length of cloth to make himself a long coat. He cut the cloth very carefully and did not waste any of it and made a fine coat, and that was perfectly fit on him. He tried on the coat. It fit perfectly. He was so pleased with that coat that he wore it even when it was just a little bit cold. He wore it till it was all worn out. Here, worn out means used so often that it cannot be used anymore. The tailor was very happy when he wore the coat, and it was very perfect. He wore the coat when it was just a little cold. Continuously wearing made the coat worn. At last he thought it was all worn out, but then he looked and he saw there was just enough left of that long warm coat to make a jacket. So he cut up the coat and stitched a jacket. He tried on the jacket. It fit just as well as the coat had, and he could wear it even more often, so he did. He wore it until it was all worn out. Here, when he saw that the coat was not in a condition to wear, he saw that there was little bit of cloth left on it that he could make a jacket from that coat. So he cut the coat and stitched a jacket, and it was also perfect. And he liked it very much, and again he started wearing it continuously, and again it was all worn out. At least he thought it was all worn out, but then he looked and he saw there was just enough left of that jacket to make a vest. So he cut up the jacket and made a vest. He tried it on and thought he looked quite smart in that vest. He wore it every day. He wore it till it was all worn out. As he cut the coat and made a jacket, now he wore the jacket continuously, and the condition of the jacket was again not well that he could wear it again. He saw that little bit good piece of cloth was left in the jacket, so he cut the jacket and made a vest out of it. The vest was perfect, and he thought that he was looking very smart in that. So he wore it every day. Again, he wore it till it was all worn out.